want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're having a good day. Go ahead and talk today about the satellite wars. It's becoming a real thing. One of the things people should know about is that if a satellite crashes into your home, it depends on what country it's from, whether or not that country or that particular industry would pay for it or not. If you're in the United States and a satellite crashes into your home, or a piece of satellite material crashes into your home, causes damage, you better hope your home insurance policy is paid up for space debris. It's a serious thing you need to find in about things falling from the sky, not just natural disasters or limb fallings, but it's actually a specific category you may need to look into, because as we've been seeing recently, more and more things are falling out of the sky, and they're not meteors, they're not asteroids, they're satellites, because they are now starting to take down each other's satellites here with the direct attacks. So I'm going to go ahead and read to you what I had. Looked up and did some research and everything and put together an article for you. So I'm sorry if I'm boring, but I'll go ahead and read it to you as is. So here we go. Deep Sea Outer Space Satellite Wars. Based on recent reportings and official resources, there is a substantial evidence that space is becoming a contested domain. While it may not be a war with constant active battles, nations are actively developing and deploying a range of capabilities to disrupt, disable, or destroy satellites. These activities include electronic jamming, the development of anti-satellite weapons, and suspicious proximity orbits operations in orbit. And here's a summary of these things. I will skip over them. It's here for you to read, guys. If you want to check it out, go ahead and pause the video and read these things completely. There's electronic jamming, which is ground-based systems that temporarily disrupt satellite communications. Kinetic, ASAT, missiles launched to physically destroy a satellite, whether it's inside on the planet or in space. They have both capabilities now. Novel, ASAT concepts, new types of weapons designed to create debris fields, and proximity operations, spy satellites maneuvering close to others to intercept signals. This is actively going on right now. What they're telling us above board what's going on, but as we know, they don't tell us everything. The development and testing of ASAT weapons are a matter of public record. These tests prove the capability to deliberately destroy satellites in orbit. Several nations have demonstrated this capability. A notable example is Russia's test in November 2021, where it used a ground-based missile to destroy its own Cosmos 1408 satellite. This reckless test created a massive debris cloud that endangered the International Space Station and other satellites in low Earth orbit. According to a 2025 academic paper, the United States, Russia, China, and India have all demonstrated destructive ASAT capabilities through such tests. Beyond physical destruction, there is clear evidence of nations deploying weapons to jam and disrupt satellite signals. The United States is actively developing and fielding ground-based electronic warfare systems. The Space Force is nearing deployment of two new systems called Meadowlands and Remote Modular Terminal, otherwise known as RMT, designed to jam the communications of China and Russian intelligence satellites. These systems are considered more advanced and remotely operable than previous jammers. These are part of a broader strategy that includes surveillance systems like Bounty Hunter to monitor for attacks on U.S. satellites. Hybrid warfare in orbit, espionage, and close approaches. There is also evidence of what experts call hybrid warfare in space, involving espionage and maneuvers that could precede more hostile actions. European security officials have reported that two Russian spacecraft, Luch 1 and Luch 2, have been engaging in suspicious behavior. Over the past 3 years, they have made dangerous close approaches to at least a dozen European communication satellites in geostationary orbit. Officials suspect that these Russian satellites are dealing with signal information, essentially intercepting communications. There is a significant concern that this could allow Russia to learn how to manipulate or potentially destroy these satellites in the future. These activities have serious implications for global security and the future of space. The kinetic ASAT tests are highly dangerous because they generate vast amounts of long-lived orbital debris. In the 2021 Russian test added over 1,500 trackable pieces and hundreds of thousands of smaller fragments to the already crowded low Earth orbit, increasing the collision risk for all space assets. This could lead to the Kessler syndrome, a cascading chain reaction of collisions that could render entire orbits unstable. The shift towards weaponization raises serious concerns about conflict escalation and strategic instability. Military and intelligence officials are increasingly worried that hybrid warfare tactics like those seen with the Luch satellites could be expanded into more aggressive and destructive actions in space. And in summary, while open warfare in space hasn't been declared, the evidence clearly shows a multifaceted contest is underway involving testing, jamming, and espionage. And here's some explanations of all of these right here, guys. I'll go ahead and leave it up here. Let you scroll it up here a little bit. Let you stop and read it if you want. It's just an overview of everything that we just talked about. And like I say, it's just a little bit more here. And here we go. More recent intelligence points to the development of novel weapons designed to threaten large constellations like Starlink. Yes, Starlink is considered a constellation now. Multiple news outlets have reported on NATO intelligence regarding potential new Russian ASAT system. An article from Taiwan's Central News Agency discusses intelligence suggesting Russia is developing a weapon that would release a cloud of tiny, high-density pellets to disable multiple Starlink satellites simultaneously. This article highlights expert concerns that such an attack would be indiscriminate, creating an uncontrollable debris field that would also threaten other spacecraft, including space stations. Deutsche Welle also covered the story, quoting the same intelligence sources and experts. There is clear evidence of nations preparing for electronic warfare in space by developing and deploying ground-based jammers. A report from United 24 Media details how the U.S. Space Force is deploying a new generation of non-destructive satellite jammers. The systems named Meadowlands and RMT, Remote Modular Terminal, are designed to temporarily jam or blind Chinese and Russian surveillance and communication satellites. The article describes this as part of a layered space-controlled triad that provides reversible effects to disrupt adversaries without creating physical debris. Now, guys, if they can use it on Russia and China, they can use it on anywhere else, including homeland. So just to be aware of that. Without creating physical debris or creating a kinetic conflict. Another article from Vietnam.vn confirms this deployment and the strategic thinking behind it. Evidence also exists of activities that fall under hybrid warfare, including espionage via close proximity maneuvers in orbit. The Russian state-affiliated publication International Affairs acknowledges reports from the Financial Times about Russian spacecraft intercepting European satellite communications. While the article frames this as hysteria, it confirms that European security officials believe the Luch 1 and Luch 2 satellites have made risky, close approaches to key European geostationary satellites to intercept their command data. A more detailed report from TVP World elaborates on these activities. It cites Major General Michael Trucht, head of Germany's Military Space Command, stating that Luch vehicles are suspected of doing SIGINT, which is signals intelligence business. The concern is that by intercepting unencrypted command links, Russia could learn how to send false commands to the satellites, potentially manipulating their orbits or crashing them. And that's pretty much the end of that article, guys. I do have some links. I'm going to try to share them in the comments or the details section, whatever. And hopefully you might want to look them up. But guys, what I've been telling you guys for a long time, that yes, we are having satellite wars currently going on at this time. And that's just the way it is, you know. So check your insurance policy. If you're a homeowner or a property owner, check your insurance policy. Make sure it covers debris falling from space, because a lot of them do not. And who's going to be on the hook for you to repair your home if you're not covered? That's you. So do an update, guys. As you've been noticing, we've been seeing a lot more and more debris falling from the sky. And if you're not specifically covered, you're hurt. Plain and simple. Hope y'all have a groovy day. As always, reach out and do something nice for somebody, guys. It's the best thing you can do for a world of troubled times that we've got going on. Be nice, be kind, and just be happy. Later, taters.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.